Play.
Where are you?
Ex-women's
Where are
champion.
you? We got Sharks. We've got Riptide. And we've got Storm in this game. We legitimately have Sharknado.
I love it.
Get ready. Go.
Surely the Sharks win Sharknado.
I'm sure they do.
That's how that works.
That's how that works. I don't think they're meant to win this game. I feel like they're meant to come third. But if they can win this game, that would be amazing.
Would be funny.
It'd be funny. I do think that this is a game where any team of these can win. This is not a gimme.
Yeah. I think, again, there's two Queensland teams in there. They both like control games. I think Sharks are also a bit of a control kind of game team. I'd say that they would be a little bit more base hungry than a lot of the Queensland teams seem to be this year.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I know that Flash is still sick. He's one of their main two attackers. So I think the potency of the Sharks probably dropped off a lot with that. Playing out of position. Arbel, I think, is coming out in attack first. So.
Denied.
Early
Red team denied. Red hit.
Is Shock going to pick that? Oh, no, it was a different base.
Different base, wasn't it?
Hitting both bases at once. There you go. It's always interesting as well with this when you've got two of the Queensland teams or like two of the Canberra teams or two teams from the same state, basically. Because you tend to know how to play against your own team.
Yeah.
The Crows, for instance, against the Dragons, we took apart the Dragons' defense. We didn't win the game, but we can do that. Other teams don't seem able to. So it's an interesting one because you obviously have to play around these teams that know how to play each other.
Yeah.
Why is everyone sick? Everyone is sick because it's Nationals.
That is just a state of being at Nationals.
It wasn't last year. Last year was great.
I think Gus would disagree with you, but he brought that to the...
But we quarantined himself, so...
Yes.
So...
props to Gus last year.
Props to Gus last year for properly quarantining.
Properly quarantining. I heard this comp that he actually spent like over $1,000 on separate accommodation, so he didn't spread it to his team as well, which is huge. I thought he just was hiding in his own room. Yeah.
No. It was extra. It was,
so he only got his own accommodation.
Same place, but sort of. Absolute kudos to him. Huge action. All right, Storm actually managed to pick up that first base. They came in, obviously, Shock getting that while Firebird got denied at the same time. Yep. So a bit of a split attack.
Yeah, it seems odd, doesn't it?
Seems odd.
I wonder if they just thought, I've cracked the base, I'm under, I might take the cheeky, but...
Pug Salah just managing to waltz into red there.
A couple of side steps and he's under and shooting.
I feel like clearly they had the good calls. He had a defender on that front door. So knew what it was. They're stacked up there, so they're going to go for it again. Shock going for blue.
Destroyed.
Oh, he's going to get...
He's got it?
Oh.
He's got...
He reached around rather than going over the half. I don't mind that because he had pressure on front.
I like that reach around shot is definitely one that I have struggled with. Like, tend to go over the half line and just get really low and a little bit further back.
Destroyed.
Jam going for red. That was that stack. They got that the moment it came up, and well worth it. Where was the red defense? I know they were there a little bit, but blue hit them just at the same time.
Yeah. Now we see red set up under green, but they're still waiting for the respawn of the base. I know that looks up now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Whether or not
they shot that player in front.
You can see they've got a red player.
Destroyed.
Oh my gosh, that red player coming in from the back.
Yeah.
Almost looked like they were going to team deny.
And I think it looks like that's a three-man attack, but I reckon that's actually just the back door of red pushing out to the back door of green. They're so close together.
And it's one of those advantages of playing red and attacking green is you have basically one of your defenders gets to defend.
Yeah, I have 3 in attack and 3 in defense.
Yeah.
And sometimes 5 in attack and 5 in defense.
It's one of the disadvantages that we see with blue being so far away from other bases. Despite that, the stats came out, I think, earlier today, and blue actually has a relatively high win ratio, far higher than I thought it was.
So for victories, I think it was that red and blue were tied. I think red was slightly better for seconds. Yeah. Green definitely the worst for wins, most thirds. Green is not your friend, but Riptide's showing you can do it.
Yeah.
Green hit.
Green
hit.
Red.
Green destroyed. Blue destroyed.
That was a pretty good take.
That was a pretty good take from Stinky. We also saw, they did it. I think it was a Pug Salad.
I think Pug Salad got a blue,
as well. All happening.
So much going on.
Let's go. Which one's the base that goes next, guys?
Well, we saw red and blue, right?
It's got to be green,
right? Red and green. So
it's got to be, but blue's empty actually at this point. Now
I'll try again. Blue and green is what we saw. It's got to be red. Where's red at?
It's got to be red. Red's got
everyone's
lots
up
of
now though.
Blue's back at their base. Is
Green
that
shot out.
Is that who was under green there? They seem very confused that they just got tagged out.
Yeah, well, that old phaser discipline, but
Red or blue? Oh no, then down. Red's calmed down a little bit. There's definitely
well, they don't want the double stack. Or they do want the double stack.
The triple stack.
I think the problem is that the lefty's on that side, and it's not a great spot for a lefty.
No.
Default under, I think, is great for.
That's a
green
lot of
lefties,
defenders
but-
at green. Like, that is a lot. Like there's like 3 or 4 defenders at green, like circling in and out in the base.
Again, I've seen in a lot of the high tier games just working out the green front door in the middle of that area. A lot of teams like to just set up their attack from there, so they'll coordinate from there. Really great spot to be able to poke and just have a look what's going on, and then you can decide where you want to go, grab somebody, pick them up, and go. So it wouldn't surprise me if that was just what that was from green.
Yeah. Volley maybe being a little bit brave with how far he leant out, but I think he needed to reload. Oh, the run!
Wow,
the run! I feel like that almost could have been a base in and of itself.
Yeah.
I think. But,
I think it was risky to take those shots. I'm not sure who it was either.
2 hit. Oh, denied by Moss.
Green team denied.
Where was that? Was it red? Right. I'm just going to flick back to this. We have. Oh, the defender missed it. That defender missed the dive through the back door there.
But blue clutching it for them.
Yeah.
Set up again in red.
Red hit.
Yeah. Okay. This should be
Red
it.
hit.
Red
Red destroyed.
Yeah.
Teammate covers him well.
There you go. The teammate got him that time. The teammate tagged out that A door defender last time and missed the B door. Didn't do it that time.
Blue hit.
Red
Blue
just
hit.
Blue leveled up.
Green
Well
hit.
done.
Green hit. Green
Moss
destroyed.
hitting green. Yep, well done. Okay. We've just seen all bases go down.
Yeah.
So
Everyone can just hold.
Yeah, we now have about
30.
15 to 20 seconds where people are just going to stop and breathe for a moment, try and work out what they do next.
You've never played on a team with cans. There's no chance he's letting anyone stop and breathe.
What do you do then? What do you do when every base?
I mean,
is
you
down?
set up for the next attack.
Well
or you
done.
lock down a base. Like,
And everyone left.
yeah.
Everybody left the bases. There was no lockdown after any of those takes. Green is in blue.
Yeah.
Are they willing to take that? No, not quite.
I think
greens.
they should now.
They should now with that. Oh, no.
Gave a phaser.
Yeah,
And
gave a
fair enough. That was a pin. So they had 2 people pushing them on the front door.
Just gave that phaser slightly. We talked
Yeah.
earlier about how important the phasers are now in this format, and that's why.
Yeah.
It makes it so much harder just to stack on a wall and defend
Definitely.
indefinitely. And I think that's only good for.
Yeah. I think it's great that there isn't a way that you
Member
can shoot
leveled
back
up.
at somebody now
Well
without
done.
also exposing yourself.
Yeah.
You can minimize the exposure, but you're guaranteed to be able to be hit if you shoot somebody.
And I think that's great. I think it's a big change. So, all right, we now have green and green. We have red and red. We have blue and blue.
Well
you have
done.
green continuing to try and push into blue. Green is currently
Member
in the
leveled
lead
up. Well done.
by a base, though they're a little bit behind
Member
on
leveled up.
packets.
Well done.
Yeah, it's half a base at this point in pack. So
Red's a little bit further behind, but with a couple of bases, they're well within
Member
contention for the
leveled
game.
up.
yeah,
Well done.
and it makes you wonder if Red will at some point late in the game go aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah, Drake and Rogue
Red
with
hit. Blue hit.
Boss.
Red hit. Blue hit.
Oh,
Blue destroyed.
no. Oh, you.
It gets
Blue team
No, he got it.
denied.
2-shot denied.
Well done.
tonight, but at the same time, I think Volley took his blue.
Yes, I believe so.
That puts Riptide in a much more secured spot. I'm sure they're happy about that exchange.
Yeah, even if they don't know it happened.
Yeah,
Because I believe it was a
Leveled
red
up.
taking the
Well done.
boss denials, I believe. So green is now in bed with blue and everybody
That's
else.
Blue looks like they've got
You got to be
nothing
careful of
at them,
that one
so-
man zone when you've got defenders in there. You don't
Yeah,
don't step and stack into it.
I think most people have been pretty good at that nowadays.
I think people are getting pretty good at it. We've been playing
Yeah.
with this. The pre-nats have always been good at that as well. one-man zones are always controversial. And that blue player just walked through
Yeah.
there. Now they got tagged out, but another one.
Oh,
Oh,
that person under did work.
that guy did.
I think it was Drake.
Was it Drake? Yeah,
Drake was
huge
popping off.
amount there.
Managed to keep that up, and now we got green and blue fighting over it.
Gotta be careful of those doors. That front door became very congested very quickly there. Blue's very quiet there, and they've got 2 defenders there still. Green as well. I can see a couple of green players there. 3 green players, in fact, despite a very quiet base.
I think that third one out the back door of green is potentially pushed up enough that they're getting some tags. The back door
you
of
can
red.
you can see them coming down the corridor actually, or at least supporting their players coming down the corridor.
That's really the advantage of being green or red is that you can do that. Whereas blue at the moment, they've got 2 at home. They're getting nothing. They're in a walls.
And you're starting to see that as Sharks have brought that at points
Definitely,
really right up. Bones.
Green hit.
They've
Green
locked that down.
destroyed.
Well done. That was very clean. There was 3 defenders there.
Yep.
They had that. Blue is also actually in
Blue
green.
hit. Blue hit.
Green making a play for that.
Blue
Green.
destroyed.
There's 2 of them. Oh,
Big base.
that's big. That I think is going to make them feel more and more comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't know whether or not they know that they're ahead at this point, but that'll definitely make them feel comfortable having another base going down and knowing that they've just got one themselves.
Yeah. Having said that, it does give blue the freedom to do something for 30 seconds, and with
Green
red under
hit.
them, maybe they hit the
Green
read that
hit.
they're not the threat.
Got Cyrex.
Green
Cyrex hitting the
destroyed.
green.
That was a good
Oh,
move.
she's moved around.
That was a good move.
It's nice. It's
Good
nice.
move from Cyrex there.
Yeah.
We're starting
Red
to see a
hit.
lot more of that.
Red
Volley
hit.
in red.
Red
Looks
destroyed.
empty. Again,
Yeah.
we're just Sharks just
Yeah.
got the pack points up, just couldn't get those bases.
Yeah.
Game over. Please
And that's
proceed
it.
to
Riptide,
exit.
Storm, Sharks. That's a nice win for Riptide.
Good win for Riptide. I think
over
they've had a
Storm.
fair few upsets. So.
They've done quite well, I think. Yeah. A little unfortunate for Sharks. They really just they made those points back as the game came to them, but they just couldn't get the bases. Highest tag ratio, shock. Highest tag treat, shock. Highest chain tags, shock. Most tags when taking, shock.
Shocking.
Oh, boo.
What do you mean? Not even a dad.
I'm allowed to do it now.
Yeah, why aren't you doing that joke? Yeah, look,
That was pretty.
come on.
I thought that was pretty good. Thank you very much. All right, most denials. Drake did well under that red base defending there. Most shots denied. Cunt Moss. High